What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with another video. WrestleMania 38 is less than 5 weeks away, so what excitement can fans expect on last night's Raw? Join us now as we look at this week's edition of the Red Brand, as well as the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including a former WWE star jailed, a top WWE star injured, Carmella's adult celebration, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. As always, we won't recap the matches, but just provide you with the good, the bad, and the downright ugly. As always, we start off with the good as number 1, AJ Styles answers Edge's challenge. Is Edge vs AJ Styles a dream match? How can it not be, as you have two of the greatest wrestlers finally squaring off? Edge vs AJ isn't so much a battle between two superstars of different eras, as after all Edge is 48 while AJ is 44, as it's a battle between two legendary performers whose careers took different paths until finally meeting up. In fact, the first time these guys met up was at the 2021 Royal Rumble. Now, this match is going to be huge and could easily steal the show at WrestleMania. Credit to the WWE for teasing different opponents for Edge last week, but not waiting too long to go with the best choice, AJ Styles. Whatever the case, my body is ready for this match. Number 2, Edge turns heel. Should the WWE Universe be disappointed that Edge has turned heel yet again? Sure, but there's no denying that the rated R superstar always kicks ass as a heel, and if the WWE is going to give the fans a dream match between AJ and Edge, why not up the ante all the way by having the phenomenal one look to score revenge for a wicked concerto? If the WWE wants to, it can even have Edge claim he took things to the next level because he wanted the Bulldog AJ, not almost his bitch-ass tag team partner. That way Edge can drift back into babyface territory, as the fans don't seem to mind whether Edge works as a face or a heel, they just want to keep seeing him wrestle. On a side note, how many times does AJ have to get kicked in the nuts before he starts wearing a cup? We understand that it's a wrestling trope that wrestlers never have the foresight to wear a cup, but if anyone should be adopting their safety protocol, it's certainly AJ Styles. Number 3, a hella smooth finish. And when fans wonder what makes tag team specialists different than two wrestlers randomly thrown together, they need look no further than last night's finish between Alpha Academy and the team of Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens. Alpha Academy's Otis and Chad Gable looked as smooth as usual, but Seth and KO have quickly adapted into a precision tag team, something obvious from the finish where Gable countered a stunner with a German suplex, went for a moonsault as KO slipped out of the way, tagging in Seth Rollins. Rollins buckle bombed Gable as Owens hit the stunner, and Rollins finished the match by curb stomping Gable for the 1-2-3. It was a beautiful sight, and one that we are hoping the WWE not only keeps Rollins and Owens together, but that it features more tag matches like this on a regular basis. Number 4, and a new United States champion. Finn Balor is your new US champion, and it looks like the WWE is finally getting behind Balor rather than using him to put over Austin Theory. Priest's post-match heel turn seemed to come out of left field, but it adds some heat to what could be a fierce feud between the two superstars. Now we're salivating at the thought of a Demon vs Priest match at WrestleMania, as both men show their animalistic sides in a war over what should be one of the biggest titles in the WWE. While the Demon is usually reserved for Finn fighting an opponent he can't defeat in his mortal identity, Priest's heel turn and post-match beatdown is all the excuse we need to see it happen. And number 5, Belair's brutality. Bianca Belair is such a talent, and it's unfortunate that the WWE has taken so long to give the 32-year-old a sustained main event push she deserves. Belair's strength is phenomenal, as it's a brutality she displays in the ring when an opponent gets on her bad side. Tonight's 6-woman match saw Bianca unleash her whip-like ponytail on longtime foe Becky Lynch, and judging from the marks on Lynch's body, it must have stung like hell. The WWE should save spots like the hair whip for special occasions though, or it could get tiresome. That was the good. What about the bad? Is number 1, changing Tommaso Ciampa's music. What is it about WWE and changing someone's entrance music as soon as they jump to the main roster? Ciampa had been doing just fine with his NXT music, but just like clockwork, the WWE decided to change it up, and not for the better in our opinion. Nonetheless, Ciampa claims he's fine with the change, and here's an excerpt from an Instagram post about the change of tunes. Let's address the elephant in the room. Personally, I like the new music. More importantly, I love the message, fight to survive. It resonates with me on a deeper level. We all face our own struggles in life, obstacles we must overcome. We all have our own fight, whether that's a battle with mental health, cancer, a physical disability, self-doubt, or anything else. We must always choose to fight to survive. And to be quite honest, with the current state of things, I'd much rather spread a message like fight to survive than no one will survive. Hopefully the talented Ciampa won't have to fight to survive on the main roster as he brings a different style and look to the Red brand. What do you think of Ciampa's new music? Let us know in the comments down below. Number 2, nobody cares about Tozawa's torrid affair. Occurred to me to be the love match that Akira Tozawa has been searching for his entire life. While the WWE has had incredible success with romance storylines, even the cringy pairing between the 30-something Buddy Murphy and teenager Aaliyah Mysterio, the WWE has its work cut out for getting anyone to care about Akira Tozawa's love life or anything about him. Things might be different if the WWE spent any time getting the fans invested in Tozawa or Tamina, but at this point, why should they even care? Number 3, almost gearing up to be the next Great Khali. Could Raw's resident monster almost be this generation's The Great Khali? While almost showed a great deal of progress when he began teaming with AJ Styles, his singles career has been a giant mess. It's not so much that Omos can't wrestle, although he has room for improvement, it's more that the WWE rushed him into singles matches when there are only so many opponents for him to squash. Omos has a size and presence to make for a monster heel, but he needs to develop his wrestling style more. Case in point, the finish to his match against T-Bar, where the big man actually covered the former Retribution member rather than standing on his chest and effortlessly pinning him. The WWE needs to work on Omos' presentation more while the big guy works on developing a power-based style that also includes more than punches, clotheslines, and chokeslams. Now, there was nothing downright ugly about last night's show as Raw featured 2 titanic tag matches, a terrific title match, 2 hellacious heel turns, and plenty of build-up for this year's show of shows. This is the kind of show that the Red brand needs to put on every week, regardless of whether WrestleMania is coming or not. We guess the only thing that isn't coming is Veer, but that's a moan for another day. What do you guys think of Raw this week? Let us know in the comments down below. Now let's move on to the news. Now first story looks at a former WWE star jailed. Topping today's news is a shocking story concerning MMA fighter and former WWE superstar Cain Velasquez, as a 2-time UFC heavyweight champion has been arrested for his alleged involvement in a shooting that took place on 28 February. NBC Bay Area is reporting San Jose police are investigating a shooting near Monterey Highway and Bailey Avenue in Morgan Hill. Sources with direct knowledge of the investigation confirmed for NBC Bay Area that this shooting reported Monday involves UFC and WWE star Cain Velasquez. Police have not released the circumstances or motive, but said one man was shot and taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries and another man was arrested. Dave Meltzer commented on the situation on the Wrestling Observer Radio saying, "Yeah, this afternoon it was on the Monterey Highway and Bailey Avenue, which is not too far from the AKA gym, basically on the way where Cain lives. There was a shooting and it involved 2 people, and one ended up in the hospital and one is in jail. One who's in jail is Cain Velasquez." So that kind of tells you who did the shooting, and it's pretty much it. I mean, as far as I care, nothing else is really known, but he's being held without bail. We'll continue following this story as it develops. Next up, a top WWE star injured. Rumors are coming in that Randy Orton may have been injured during RK Bros' match against the Street Profits. In case you missed it, Wrestling News' Angel Rodriguez summed things up saying, Orton took Montez Ford's splash off the top rope. Orton was in immediate pain as a referee counted. It looked like this was supposed to be a false finish because of Orton's foot on the bottom rope, but the referee made the 3 count to end the match. Orton was holding up his right shoulder and the referee appeared to let people in the back know. Orton had issues with that shoulder in the past. Now, there's been no confirmation of an injury, but we will provide an update as soon as more information becomes available. Next up, the Young Bucks visit WWE. Are the Young Bucks joining the WWE? Well, fans who tuned into Nick and Matt Jackson's Being the Elite YouTube series saw the Bucks wandering around Stamford, Connecticut when they claimed to be lost. We're not sure where we're at, as WWE headquarters could be seen in the background. Although the Bucks were once offered a job in the WWE, they were just having fun, taking advantage of AEW's recent shows in Bridgeport, Connecticut. And finally, Carmella's a live sex celebration. And last but not least, what the hell is going on with the WWE's new YouTube series featuring Carmella and Corey Graves? Carmella and Corey continue to tease that their new show will get up close and personal when it comes to their bedroom life, and Carmella recently told Bleacher Report that she wouldn't mind recreating Lita and Edge's live celebration, and we understand that skin sells. But why is the WWE, which purports to be a family-friendly product, okay with such a celebration being aired live? Oh no, wait, air that, but don't air blood. Whatever makes sense. Whatever the case, this is a great in-ring return for Corey Graves if it happens. But there you have it, folks. I'll look at the good, the bad, and the downright ugly for this week's Raw, as well as the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know. Be sure to leave your comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.